Hey guys, Thomas here. So I've been seeing this scattered through Twitter quite a lot today. So this reads, terminations by YouTube for services changes. YouTube may terminate your access or your Google account's access to all or part of the service if YouTube believes in its sole discretion that provision of the service to you is no longer commercially viable. So again, I've come across this and it's caused for great concern because as per usual, YouTube has in the past has already messed up from where's the fair use to the 1,000 subscriber milestone for you to become able to monetize / and the only reason I use the term real YouTuber now is to to tell the difference between someone YouTube considers to be real according to them. That's not a term I would like to use, but it is the term that I feel YouTube is kind of like putting on us in order for us to make a living on YouTube, etc., etc. And a lot of people, of course, after these various failed things that YouTube has rolled out, including the 10,000 subscriber verification thing that also happened not too long ago, on top of the Markiplier thing, which I heard someone comment to me that this is what became of that. YouTube always finding this negative spin to place on an event that happens of people speaking up, and every time us YouTubers have to say something or nothing gets accomplished, and we're just sitting here saying, just for once, please YouTube, do the right thing without adding additional consequences to us. That would be nice for a change. That would probably help people believe in what you actually ever say, ever. I don't even necessarily know what this means, like commercially viable, and it's YouTube that gets to decide whether you are considered commercially viable. I don't like that YouTube just has the power to instantly shut you down. This seems like a complete disservice, honestly, to the whole system it had before of like the three, you had to break like 3 copyright issues or whatever, infringements to, be no longer a part of YouTube or whatever. But now it's just saying they can just instantly take you down if you're quote-unquote not commercially viable. Again, it just seems so backwards. We're moving every step YouTube tried to take forward. It ends up taking a bigger step back. This has happened time and time again, and it's getting really tiring. And I have had conversations with people on Twitter, and it doesn't seem good that this continues to be the state of affairs, that this continues to be the path that we are going down, that every time we try to talk, it gets worse, and every time we do nothing, it also gets worse. Either way, it always gets worse, and it just feels like, what are we not saying? What are we not making crystal clear to YouTube that this is just not okay anymore? This is not okay. Just throwing this out there, moving backwards, it's getting tiring, and you're messing with so many people's livelihoods, or potential livelihoods, I should say. This seems to be more predicated to smaller YouTubers from what I can gather. There seems to be a different part of this that I couldn't quite find again, but I can't say that with 100% certainty, But what I can say is that this is coming from somebody who is already terrified that I've spent 5 years here on YouTube, that I've tried to make this a job for myself, that I can make a living, because where I live, there aren't many jobs, there aren't many positions for someone like me to be hired. Like, my scenario is really bad, and I don't know what else to do. I can't turn to Twitch right now, which I know is a competitor to YouTube right now, but I've tried Twitch. It doesn't seem to run on my laptop. I don't have the funds to afford another computer/laptop at the moment. If I had any Patreon supporters, I would promise that I would buy a second laptop so that I can gain access to Twitch, because honestly at this point I feel like if I don't move now, then everything I've built is just gonna fade away. If YouTube seriously is gonna say to me, someone like me, you're no longer commercially viable, bye. Like, what am I supposed to do? I don't know. I don't know what I have to do to get bigger. I don't know. I don't know these answers. I wish I did. I wish I had some sort of access key, some sort of bigger YouTuber shouting me out. I wish I had something out here in the ether, but none of these things are happening. None of them are. And that's the most terrifying thing, is that I keep hearing that YouTube is some sort of great community, and for the past 5 years it felt like this community has been nothing but bigger YouTubers on one side and smaller YouTubers get burned in every which way, and bigger YouTubers keep getting that little, oh, we're gonna fix your thing right away, but we're not gonna notify the smaller YouTubers. By the way, I didn't even get this as an email. That should tell you exactly where YouTube is, and every time there has been a YouTube change, I have not ever received an email that tells me this is what YouTube is planning to do. I have always learned the news through Twitter. Through Twitter, YouTube. That is where I learned my news, because YouTube doesn't tell us smaller content creators what the hell is actually going on. And it only seems to select those bigger YouTubers to be like, hey, this is what's going on. That's the only reason I even know this exists. And that, to me, is the most terrifying thing, is that is... It seems to me like YouTube actually wants to start a YouTube war, and I'm being actually serious when I say that. It seems like they just want to rid itself of the small content creators, its future content creators. And I've been yelling at YouTube for years. For the past 5 years I have been here. Create a tab for smaller and newer YouTubers. Actually do something good and don't add a negative connotation to it. Just add something good and add some goodwill to your own name, because frankly, that is what you need to do. For the people that are providing you YouTube, we as YouTubers made YouTube popular. We did that. We made that happen. And now it's going to turn its back on the future. That's what's happening right now, and that's just... I'm not going to sit idly by and say nothing. That just seems like that doesn't solve anything. It never has. Remaining silent doesn't capture anyone's attention. It doesn't do anything. So if you come across this video, then please share it. Please inform other people that this is happening. Keep telling YouTube to stop doing things like this. Don't stop talking. We already did the 10,000. We already got rid of the 10,000 subscriber verification thing. We as YouTubers fixed that shit. But we can't stop there. No, we have to keep pressing. We have to keep telling YouTube, we are not going to accept this. If we are going to provide YouTube with our content, with our hard work, the hours that we put in as content creators, then the least YouTube can do is actually create a space where us, the content creators, the people who made YouTube what it is, actually stand for something.